Okay. Now we'll see one more problem on stability analysis of slopes for when the soil mass is a combination of cohesion as well as angle of intersection. That means here one slope is formed, the formed slope is having cohesion as well as angle of intersection value. For this type of problem, how we have to calculate, now we will see. First we will read the problem. The problem is, this is problem number 6 or 5. The problem is a long natural slope in an over consolidated clay where cohesion of the soil mass C equal to 10 kilonewton per meter square and angle of intersection of the soil mass phi equal to 25 degrees and saturated unit weight of the soil mass gamma sat equal to 20 kilonewton per meter square. One long natural slope is there. It is formed as over consolidated clay. In over consolidated clay, the cohesion was given, angle of intersection of the soil mass is given, and the slope is in seepage condition. That means the soil mass is having some water content. That saturated unit weight also they are given in the problem. It is inclined at an angle of 10 degrees and seepage is parallel to the slope. It is inclined at an angle of 10 degrees to the horizontal. The water table is at the surface and the seepage is parallel to the slope. And what they are giving means it is inclined at an angle of 10 degrees to the horizontal. The water table is at the surface and seepage is parallel to the slope. The slope is having an inclination of 10 degrees to the horizontal. Seepage condition is there. That means water is entering into the soil mass. If a plane slip had developed at a depth of 5 meters below the surface. That means one slope is formed. The formed slope had developed at a depth of 5 meters below the surface. Determine the factor of safety and take unit weight of the water gamma W as 10 kilonewton per meter cube. Take unit weight of the water as 10 kilonewton per meter cube. If you observe here, what they are given in the problem is, suppose here this is a natural long ground surface. In this natural long ground surface, the soil mass is formed by the cohesion of the soil mass as well as angle of intersection of the soil mass. And the angle of intersection of the soil they are given in the problem as 25 degrees as well as cohesion of the soil mass they are given in the problem as 10 kilonewton per meter square, and it is inclined at an angle of 10 degrees to the horizontal. That means the slope what is formed here, it is inclined an angle of 10 degrees to the horizontal ground surface. You can write it as I or beta. And the water table is at the surface and the seepage is parallel to the slope. That means from underground water, the water is entering into the slope from to the top surface. That means the slope is completely filled with water. That means amount of water is present in the slope. Hence they are given the unit weight of the soil mass as saturated unit weight, that is 20 kilonewton per meter cube. Saturated unit weight of the soil mass in terms of 20 kilonewton per meter cube. And the depth of the plane surface, that means if you consider this height of the plane surface, they are given as 5 meter. The height of the embankment plane surface they are given as 5 meter. And determine the factor of safety. We have to calculate the factor of safety as well as they are given the unit weight of the water as 10 kilonewton per meter cube. That means if you consider in this problem, they are given both cohesion as well as angle of intersection. First we will write the given parameters. What are the various type of given variables that are given in the problem? We will write first those conditions. First, they are the given parameters I am writing here. First, they are given cohesion of the soil mass equal to 10 kilonewton per meter square. That means they are given cohesion of the soil mass equal to 10 kilonewton per meter square. As well as they are given the angle of intersection of the soil mass. That angle of intersection of the soil mass they are given as 25 degrees. As well as the soil is making an angle of 10 degrees to the horizontal ground surface. That angle of inclination to the horizontal ground they are given it as 10 degrees. As well as they are given the saturated unit weight of the soil mass. That saturated unit weight of the soil mass gamma sat equal to saturated unit weight of the soil mass gamma sat equal to 20 kilonewton per meter cube. That value it will be 20 kilonewton per meter cube. These are the various type of parameters given in the problem. And what they asked, and the depth of the failure plane surface or the depth of the slope they are given as a 5 meter. The depth we can write as h or z. You may write as z or h. That the height of the failure plane or depth of the embankment they are giving it as 5 meters. For this problem, they are asking to calculate the factor of safety of the soil mass. For factor of safety, we are having the formula factor of safety with respect to shear strength. We are having the formula factor of safety equal to shear strength to the shear stresses. Shear strength to the factor of safety. We are having the formula shear strength to the shear stresses. Shear strength to the shear stresses. Again, shear strength we are having the formula S equal to shear strength to the shear stresses. Shear strength we are having the formula S equal to C plus sigma n into tan 5. Shear stress we are having the formula tau equal to gamma z into cos I into sin. If you substitute here, we are having the shear strength value C plus gamma z into cos square I into tan 5 divided by, where shear stress we are having gamma z into cos I into sin I. If you observe here in this present condition, what they are asking in the question means they are asking the water table is at the surface and seepage is parallel to the slope. That means the water is available here, that is up to the ground surface. Due to presence of water up to the ground surface, the water what is available here, that is completely filled with water. Hence, completely filled with water, the soil will behave as a submerged unit weight. Hence, first we have to calculate the submerged unit weight of the soil mass. This submerged unit weight of the soil mass we can calculate by using the formula gamma prime equal to gamma sat minus gamma W. This is the formula for calculation of submerged unit weight of the soil mass. How much amount of saturated unit weight they are given in the problem? They are given in the problem, this is saturated unit weight of the soil mass as 20 kilonewton per meter cube. If you observe in this problem, they are given the saturated unit weight of the soil mass as 20 kilonewton per meter cube. And as well as they are given the unit weight of the water as 10 kilonewton per meter cube. And if you substitute these parameters, we are getting the submerged unit weight of the soil mass 20 minus 10. We are having 10 kilonewton per meter cube. This is the value of submerged unit weight of the soil mass. If you come to the problem, our condition is the water table is entering into the top of the ground surface. Hence, the normal force acting on the soil, the unit weight of the soil we are taking as gamma prime. Again, if you observe in bottom there is no pore water pressure developing in the tangential direction. Hence, why instead of gamma we are taking this value as a gamma sat. If you substitute all these parameters, we will get the factor of safety. This is the cohesion of the soil mass. How much they are given? They are given the cohesion of the soil mass as 10 kilonewton per meter square. As well as we have calculated the submerged unit weight. Otherwise, you can here also write it as that saturated unit weight we are having gamma sat minus gamma W. and where Z or H, we can write as Z or H. Okay, this Z or H value given in the problem as 5 meters, and cos square into where cos square I is the angle of inclination with respect to horizontal ground surface. They are given in the problem. That value it will be 10 degrees, and tan 5 is the angle of intersection of the soil mass. That angle of intersection are given in the problem as 25 degrees. That means tan 25 degrees divided by where we are having gamma sat into Z into cos I into sin I. Gamma sat they are given in the problem as 20 kilonewton per meter cube, as well as height of the failure plane that given the problem as 5 meters, and where cos I is the angle of inclination, cos 10 degrees into sin 10 degrees. If you substitute all these parameters, we will get the factor of safety. How much I am calculating? 10 plus 10 into 5 into cos 10 into cos 10 into tan 25 divided by 20 into 5 into cos 10 into sin 10 degrees. Okay, I am getting this factor of safety value as, observe here the problem number is 5. First I am reading the problem. The problem is a granular soil has specific gravity of G equal to 2.70 and void ratio E equal to 0.50 and angle of intersection value phi equal to 35 degrees. A slope has to made up of this material. If a factor of safety of the soil is 1.15 is needed against failure, that means if the slope is going to be failure, that means the factor of safety will be in the range of 1.15. Next, what they are asking means determine the safe angle of the slope. If the soil is having specific gravity of G equal to 2.70, void ratio E equal to 0.50 and the angle of intersection value phi equal to 35 degrees, they formed one slope. In that slope, they are considered this a factor of safety as 1.15. What they are asking means if the slope is going to be without failure. If the slope is going to be without failure, what is the angle of inclination we have to keep when the soil mass is in a different condition? That is the problem they are asked. Here they are asking determine the safe angle of the slope. They are given in bottom three conditions. What they are given is, the first condition is the slope is in dry or submerged without seepage. The slope is dry or submerged without seepage. That means water either completely filled with water or the soil mass is completely dry. And if you observe in second condition, what they are asking in problem number 2, if a seepage occurs at and parallel to the surface of the slope, that means if you take the slope and if you consider in the slope, if there is any seepage of water entering into the slope, in those conditions, what is the safe angle, how much amount of inclination with respect to the horizontal ground we have to keep without sliding the soil mass, that we have to derive. And in third condition, they are asking if seepage occurs parallel to the slope with water table at a depth of 1.5 meter. That means there is slope is there and the water table is having at a depth of 1.5 meter from the top of the ground. What is the factor of safety available? What is the factor of safety available on a slip plane parallel to the ground surface at a depth of 4 meter? Assume angle of inclination I equal to 30 degrees. Assume angle of inclination I equal to 30 degrees. This is the problem they are given in our present question, we will solve one by one in our present condition. First, what we have to do means we will write all the given parameters. We will write all the given parameters. First, what I am doing means I am writing the all given parameter. Here I am writing it as given parameters or given values. If you observe here, while writing your examination, you should write the complete terminology. That means specific gravity of the soil G, wire ratio E, unit weight of the soil mass gamma. But for simplification, I am writing it as the numerical values. They are given in the problem. The specific gravity of the soil mass G equal to 2.70, as well as they are given in the wire ratio of the soil mass E equal to 0.50. As well, what they are given? They are given the angle of intersection value. Angle of intersection value phi equal to 35 degrees. Angle of intersection value phi equal to 35 degrees. As well as they are given the factor of safety of the soil mass F equal to 1.15. By using these materials, by considering this factor of safety, they made a slope. This slope, if it is not going to be failure, what is the angle of inclination we should have to keep? That is the problem they are asking in our present question. Suppose if you consider here, this is natural ground surface. From this natural ground surface, they made some inclination of the slope. And if you observe here, this inclination of the slope, we don't know this angle of inclination of the soil mass. That angle of inclination of the soil mass, it either may be I or beta. And again, if you see here, this G values, E values, and gamma, unit weight of the soil, we forgot to write how much they are given. They gave any unit weight of the soil mass. If you observe here, they are not given any unit weight of the soil mass. First, we have to calculate the unit weight, submerged unit weight, or saturated unit weight, or dry unit weight for all type of these problems. First, we will solve in those conditions how the different types of weights will come. I will explain. Unit weight we have to calculate by using this G, E, and gamma. We don't know gamma. We have to calculate. Okay. Next, if you see here, these are the parameters given in this our problem. First condition is what they are asked in first condition. In first condition, they ask the slope is in dry or submerged without seepage. That means you have to assume that the slope is completely filled with water, or the slope is completely in dry condition. In those conditions, we have to assume that if the slope is completely dry condition, we have to find out the dry unit weight of the soil mass. Suppose if the slope is completely filled with water, in those conditions we have to assume that unit weight of the soil mass as a gamma prime. That means gamma prime we have to calculate. And again, if you observe here, if seepage occurs at and parallel to the surface of the slope, that means some amount of water is entering into the slope. In those conditions, the soil is in a saturated state. In the saturation state also, we should have to calculate the saturated unit weight of the soil mass. For calculating all these problems, first what I am doing means I am calculating the individual unit weight of the soil mass, or dry unit weight, bulk unit weight, as well as submerged unit weight, saturated unit weight I am calculating. First I am calculating the dry unit weight of the soil mass. Dry unit weight of the soil mass. Dry unit weight of the soil mass, based on these parameters, I can calculate the dry unit weight of the soil equal to G gamma W by 1 plus E. If you observe here, they are given the unit weight of the water. They are given any unit weight of the water in the question. Granular soil, specific gravity, the wire ratio they are given, and they are not given any unit weight of the water. If they are not given in the question unit weight of water, in those situations you should have to take the unit weight of the water gamma W equal to 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. This is the unit weight of the water we have to consider. If they are given in the question, the given value we have to take. If they are not giving, should have to assume that unit weight of the water equal to 9.81 kilonewton per kilogram per meter cube. Dry unit weight, we are having the formula. For dry unit weight, we are having the formula as G gamma W by 1 plus E. This is the formula we have learned from the properties of soil in our geotechnical engineering 1, where gamma W equal to G gamma W by 1 plus E, where G is the unit weight of the soil mass as 2.70 and gamma W is the unit weight of the water that I am taking it as 9.81 divided by where 1 plus E is the void ratio. That means 1 plus E is the void ratio as 0.50. If you substitute, we will get the dry unit weight of the soil mass. Okay, how much is there? 2.70 into 9.81 divided by 1.50. Okay, 17.658 kilonewton per meter cube. This is the dry unit weight of the soil mass. That means if the slope you are assuming it as in dry condition, in that condition the unit weight of the soil mass we are taking it as 17.658 kilonewton per meter cube. Suppose if I am considering this slope as completely filled with water. If the slope is completely filled with water, the unit weight we have to change to the submerged unit weight. Again, the submerged unit weight we are calculating by using the formula gamma sat minus gamma W, or one more formula I know. That formula it will be submerged unit weight we have to calculate by using G minus 1 divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. Okay, G minus 1 divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. This is the one more problem, one more formula. Otherwise, you can calculate saturated unit weight, and if you detect the unit weight of the water, in those conditions also you will get the submerged unit weight of the soil mass. This value I am calculating. How we have to calculate this value? This value equal to, again, where G is the specific gravity of the soil, that equal to 2.70 minus 1 divided by where 1 plus E is the void ratio 0.50 into gamma W is the unit weight of the water 9.81. If you calculate these values, 2.70 minus 1 divided by 1.50 into 9.81. Okay, 11.11 kilonewton per meter cube. See, if you observe here, this is the 11.11 kilonewton per meter cube. This is the submerged unit weight of the soil mass. That means this embankment I am considering it as completely filled with water. In other condition, what I am considering means, suppose the slope is some amount of up to some depth the soil is filled with water, and some depth is the soil is completely in a dry condition. That means the slope is in saturation condition. When the slope in saturation condition, that unit weight again we have to consider it as a saturated unit weight. Next, I am calculating the saturated unit weight of the soil mass. For saturated unit weight of the soil mass, I am calculating gamma sat equal to, for saturated unit weight I am having the formula G plus SC divided by 1 plus E into G plus SC divided by 1 plus E into gamma into W. This is the formula for saturated unit weight of the soil mass. If you observe here, where in this condition we have to assume that the saturation of the soil mass is 100%. That means what are the voids available in the soil mass? That voids are completely filled with water. That means 100% saturation happen. Hence 100% saturation we have to take this value as 1. That means what value you will get? You will get G plus E divided by 1 plus E into gamma W, where G is the specific gravity of the soil mass 2.70 plus E is the void ratio of the soil mass 0.50 divided by 1 plus E, again 1 plus void ratio as 0.50 and substitute the unit weight of the water. Okay, you will get the saturated unit wait, what I'm doing, I'm calculating this value 2.70 plus 0.50 divided by 1.50 into 19.81. Okay, 20 point saturated unit weight I am getting this. Saturated unit weight equal to gamma sat equal to 20.928 kilonewton per meter cube. Okay, 20.928 kilonewton per meter cube. Again, if you want to calculate the submerged unit weight directly, simply without using the formula of submerged unit weight, this saturated unit weight we can calculate by using the formula gamma prime equal to gamma sat minus gamma W, where gamma sat we are having 20.928 minus gamma W is the unit weight of the soil mass 9.81. If you substitute these values, again you will get the submerged unit weight of the soil mass gamma prime equal to 11.11 kilonewton per meter cube. Up to now, these are the various type of parameters we have calculated for the given condition. First, we have written all the values given in the problem. Based on our problem conditions, we have derived the dry unit weight of the soil mass. We have derived the submerged unit weight of the soil mass. We have considered the saturated unit weight of the soil mass. Now we will solve the problems. Okay, first condition. In first condition, if you see here, the slope is dry or submerged without seepage. First condition, yeah, the slope is dry condition. The slope is dry or submerged. The slope is dry or submerged. If you observe here in this condition, what they are asking means, if this is your natural ground surface, in this natural ground surface, the soil is completely filled with water, completely in dry condition. In those conditions, they are given the angle of inclination value, as well as they are given the unit weight of the soil mass we have calculated. They are asking, by using these parameters, if you construct any embankment, if you consider keeping the factor of safety as 1.15, in those situations, what is the safe angle we have to keep? Already we have solved this problem in our first class itself. Again, here I am writing the formula. Again, factor of safety, if you observe in our first class, we have written this factor of safety for the soil. Here the soil is in a completely dry condition, that is completely sand. Hence sand, we don't have any type of cohesion. We will have only the shear strength with respect to angle of intersection. We are having the formula shear strength to the shear stresses, where shear stress equal to C plus sigma n bar into tan phi, where tau is the shear stress values, gamma z into cos I into sin I. By calculating this normal stress values to shear stress values, by deducting this cohesion of the soil mass, you will get factor of safety of the soil mass. That factor of safety directly I am writing here, already I explained many times. That factor of safety directly I am getting this value as tan phi divided by tan I. Okay, the first condition is the slope is dry or submerged. In that condition, I know shear strength, shear stress. Shear strength is how is coming, shear stress how is coming. I have already calculated in previous classes. After calculation of all these conditions, when the slope is in dry or completely submerged, I will get the value factor of safety as tan phi by tan I. And again, if you see here, where tan phi is the angle of intersection value, they are given in the problem. Okay, tan phi is the angle of intersection value, they are given in the problem. That angle of intersection value, I think 35 degrees. Okay, tan 35 degrees divided by where tan I is the safe angle. How much amount of angle we have to keep, that value we have to calculate, tan I. And where factor of safety of the soil mass, they are given in the problem as 1.15. Now my interest is to calculate the angle of inclination of the slope. That means tan I equal to tan I equal to tan 35 degrees divided by factor of safety as 1.15. Okay, and again what I am doing means tan 35 degrees divided by 1.15. If you substitute tan 35 degrees divided by 1.15, I am getting this value as 0.412. Here, where see, this is the tan I. This is not the inclination value. If you want to calculate the inclination of this flow, take that tan to that side. That means tan will be get converted to tan inverse. This inclination of this flow, I am getting it as I equal to tan inverse of 0.412. If you substitute in calci, tan inverse of 0.412, 10, sorry, tan inverse of tan 35 degrees. Okay, wait a minute. Then factor safety value as